It's great to be in conversation with and to know that other community foundations are doing the same work but having the same kind of challenges as we deal with the issues that we've been facing around racial equity and economic mobility.
It was cross-pollination at its finest. You know, you're working with your team in your city and you think you're getting some things right and you're struggling with some things, and then you're opened up to this cohort of other people doing similar work. And it was just an amazing experience.
We have these big lofty goals and there's so many different marginalized communities. And so Iman kind of gave us an entry point of where to start and how we can focus and hone in our strategy, because we can't do it all. So where is the right entry point to make the biggest impact? And I think that's where it's really inspired and shaped our work on the community strategy side. It's really honing in and establishing some goals, listening a bit more and leaning into the community that we may not have all the solutions, and that's okay. What's really best for the community should actually come from the community, and they should be involved in the decision making. And so it's more shaped our actual strategy of how we've done our grant making, what organizations are we strategically trying to reach, and what impact, what's our goals.
I also have been completely jazzed by how we've sort of sharpened the point of our spear strategically and brought our partners together to ensure that we could have this very specific focus on the economic mobility of Black women.
We are working on Black Women Economic Mobility Awareness Campaign. Later this year, we're working on the strategy right now. So the idea is to create the community will around promoting Black women economic mobility, make sure that the public and our key stakeholders and partners understand investing in Black women is investing in this region.
It's looking at the information from more of an asset-based approach instead of a deficit approach, and inspiring people to be better from that.
If you would now draw a Venn diagram and you would overlap our big efforts around affordable housing, around economic mobility, and around racial equity, and then you would see that center overlap is quite large. Black women are at the center of it.
So we've really pinpointed some areas that we want to focus on around job creation, also quality jobs, helping women mentor, build, strive for quality jobs that extend beyond that $15 per hour, because it really just isn't enough. Also, the support of minority-owned businesses. So what we've done with that economic mobility is kind of break it down into even deeper focus areas that we want to fund.
So an initiative that we created is our Racial Equity Matters series, where we're educating the community. We've reached, I think, about 2,500 people now. Through the Racial Equity Institute, we bring them to town or to Zoom for 2 programs. And it's really built a narrative in our community, where shared language where people can actually talk about race. And it's influenced people across every sector.
Unfortunately, we don't talk about race, and racial healing gives an opportunity, a space where people can have open dialogue about their true experiences and perceptions around race and racism. And to know that racism not only impacts the Black community, but it hurts our entire society. And so when we're thinking about economic advancement, we really need to start thinking about how we heal together as a community.
I'm really impressed by the Iman conversations focused on case making, how the right messaging can change the dynamics of conversations and change hearts and minds.
There are things that are happening in Cincinnati, and Fifth Third Bank just raised their minimum to 20. And I take note of the fact that their executive vice president just, shot me an email, because we are just known for really promoting this kind of advancement in our community.
It's really, really hard work. And these last 2 years have been incredibly difficult with the pandemic. But what I will say is that we realized we have grit and we can do hard things, and we can get through hard things as a community. So that muscle has been used over the past 2 years. And I think we can use that as an example to say, all right, our next hard thing's coming, and it has a really great ending. So let's align and see how we can all come to this issue, because that shared prosperity can just create the most vibrant community, one that we probably can't even fully imagine yet.